Let's activate the door. A formidable looking door blocks the way into the next module. It is covered in scratches as if someone clawed at the cold metal for a very, very long time. The door does not respond to your touch and stands fast, refusing to open. The writing above the doorway reads, Main Computing Cathedral. Let's restore the power now. There we go. And yes, of course we have heresy going on. Some mad technomats. Magos Tiberius Mala. He has a name. Well, let's approach. We can talk to him. The air of the room is permeated by a wild mix of miasmas of both mechanical and biological origin. Blood, rust, vomit, machine oil, excrement, kerosene, all these smells blend together into such a thick stench that it almost feels palpable. Just as the air here is one mad tangle of odors, the device in front of you is a mismatch of wriggling wires and transplanted fragments. In all the clutter, one could almost miss the main component. A heavily augmented man, whose upper body is embedded into the frame of the machine. Dozens of wires pierce his flesh. A crust of congealed blood and other bodily fluids covers the man's entire body, but his eyes are open and his gaze is keen. This gaze is turned to you, devoid of surprise or deference. Who are you? Disturbing the peace of holy martyrs in the home of our grief. What do you want? Even looking at this creature unnerves me. Magos, speak to your brother, find out what happened here. So we could have Pascal talk to him. Who are you? What happened to your ship? Lore warp succeeded. The symbols your brethren protect themselves with are symbols of chaos. Yeah, we figured that out pretty quickly. Dogmatic, which is us. There's no fate more honorable than purgation through suffering in the name of faith. But you were deceived, servant of the Omnisci. Your torment is not holding back the corruption, it is sustaining it. It is not too late to expel this blight. Version -20, you've been consumed by madness or worse, chaos sorcery. If you don't come to your senses, your fate is sealed. Snap out of it and speak clearly what happened here. Kill the man, I've seen and heard enough. Or kill the man, what did you call yourself? A sacred filter? Cannot resist. I'm dying to see what a rupture in this filtration system looks like. Wow. I hope that going through some of these options doesn't stop us from going through others. Yeah, who are you? Let's try and find out what he thinks is going on. Who are you? A servant of the Omnisci, an acolyte of the machine, a prisoner of purgatory, and a keeper of corruption. You are definitely keeping corruption. The man whispers by the implanted box. Every word or motion causes his crippled body to shudder. Bloody foam glints from the inside of the wire-pierced wounds. What happened to your ship? Ship? There's no ship. There's only purgatory, a world of evil, made to harrow and torture those who follow the Omnisci. It has already killed many of my brethren, but those who remain are strong, so very strong. We will keep the corruption of the machine at bay. I will hold it back. I have accepted a higher calling, the only one among my brethren to do so, as they keep the evil at bay with prayers and sacred symbols engraved on their traitor's flesh. I take this evil inside myself. I imbibe it as one does water, but it can do me no harm, for I am the eye of sanctity. I am the sacred filter, the link that protects other parts of the machine from this caustic taint. And for as long as I remain here, the corruption will not prevail. This statement is false. I am registering corruption in this unit identical to the surrounding us. I'm registering a violation of the cleansing protocol, which dictates steering the ship into the heart of the nearest star for the purposes of cleansing annihilation. I'm registering betrayal of the sacred machine spirits placed in the charge of those weak in faith. The man looks at his comrade and replies with a long series of clicks in technolingua. Permission to use the sacred language has been revoked. Impurity will not be permitted to enter the pure speech of Binaric. Your mortal shell will soon exhaust its vital energies. Pray mutely while you still have the time. Wait, did Pascal just turn off his box remotely as the guy was trying to talk to him? Fantastic. What evil are you talking about? Or at least prevented him from talking in binaric because it's too holy of a speech for someone that corrupt to use? What evil are you talking about? The great evil that pervades the universe, tempting with the unattainable, seducing with false knowledge. Evil has many names, but its essence remains the same. It was that evil that trapped us in here, but we were stronger. Alright, well, yeah. The symbols your brethren protect themselves with are symbols of chaos. Your knowledge is lacking, Invader. Those are the secret holy symbols imparted to us by the Omnissiah. How else would my tech comrades have survived, if not for their protection? So many of us were devoured by evil. He falls silent, as if lost in thought. I think I would know the symbols of chaos. As a sanctioned psyker, etc. I mean, maybe not. I suppose they don't show the symbols of chaos to every sanctioned psyker. That would be kind of silly to actually do so. But for whatever reason, we are knowledgeable enough to recognize them. We could try persuading. Wake up, all signs are clear as day. You and your brethren have fallen prey to the force of chaos and you don't even realize it. But no, we're going to go with the dogmatic answer because it's a good one. There is no fate more honorable than purgation through the suffering in the name of faith. But you were deceived, servant of the Omnissiah. Your torment is not holding back the corruption, it's sustaining it. It is not too late to expel this blight. The man's eyes clear for a moment. They still lack understanding, but there is a hint of surprise. He slowly looks around the room, at the ecstatic priest, at his own mangled body. His vox hisses as if he is struggling to say something. We gain Conviction of Faith. Grants 100% critical hit chance until the next critical hit is scored. Permanently. Wait, we have 100% critical hit chance. What does that mean if it's permanent? Does it just get reapplied as soon as we hit a score critical hit, or does it mean at the start of every combat we get one free crit? And then for that combat, then this is over. I'm curious how that works. Because permanent crits on every shot would be insane. Suddenly, the mingled stench in the room is drowned out by the sharp, piercing smell of ozone and grease. You sense that the nauseating atmosphere that prevailed in the room has condensed into a single point of evil in the depths of the ship, and is now hurtling towards you. Oh. What are you? Is this the evil you were trying to keep at bay?
Submit and you'll die quickly!
Okay, we've got servitors, vox skulls. All of them just instantly died. He's still alive, I think. So is it just this thing and some servitors and vox skulls? Forgefiend. Vox skull, servitor, and that's it. Yeah, it's basically just the Forgefiend. 276 health. 5 deflection. That's a lot. 24 armor is not bad. 44% dodge is pretty high. Raging Fiend. When this creature suffers damage the first time in a round, it becomes enraged and strikes back after every additional attack suffered this round. That's bad. So any of our melee people up front, first one is going... Well, first button to do damage gets a free attack, but anyone else of our 3 melee people that's right there attacking is going to get hit back. That's real bad. A slam that does 13 to 20 in a big area. Oh. So it's not even just melee. That is a huge damage area. And then Twin Plasma. 13 to 19. Yeah, all of this is bad. Whenever the demons enter combat, each party member suffers lost momentum. Whenever the demon dies, each party member gains plus 30 momentum. At the start of each demon's turn, all creatures around it must pass a willpower resistance test or suffer horrors of the warp effect. Yeah, that's All of this is real bad. Steam Machine gains armor equal to its willpower bonus, percent, deflection equal to its toughness bonus, immunity to perils of the warp, and immunity to toxic damage. Yeah. That's all bad. Cassia, you go into cover there. Put Ignatius into cover. There's not a similar bit of cover over here, sadly. I guess we'll put him into half cover here. Genta, where can you get to? Not a lot. I guess we could put her here. That's also full cover. And then our melee people are just gonna be in a bad spot. We can put him all the way back here. His movement is crazy. I think I will. We'll start you back there. Abelard. I guess let's put you here. Try and take out some of them. Same with Cabela. I guess. Or do I have Abelard tank the Forgefiend? Man, I don't know. Bad news all around. I guess let's start the battle. I mean, there's something to be said for Cassia possibly moving forward and then using her sight. I mean, unfortunately, we put Pascal there, but dude, hits everything for a bit. Let's say that this is going to be our melee area.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
And then our back line. Can't get all of us, sadly. I should definitely put Ignatius and Argenta near each other in these sorts of fights so that they can both get the bonus to attack and then have Cassia elsewhere to get the bonus to dodge. But I continue to not do that. Set kill zone on this.
If I may.
Do I give Ignatius a free turn? I think that's usually a good starting move. So let's light ourselves on fire. Then orchestrate flames.
Too easy.
That'll be the end of your free turn. Then try and pull the enemy closer. I mean, she could hit all of them if I wasn't trying to necessarily pull them closer. Maybe that's the right call. Pull them actually away. Sure.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Alright, that's a decent bit of damage on everything. Let's see. Forgefiend, Vox Skull. Let's put our front line up here instead. hope the kill zone. Yes. Kill zone stratagem, group effect applied. I think that is still on them. Yes. Good, good, good. That'll be the end of your turn. Excellent dodges and parries. Alright, Cabela, what do I do with you? Would be nice to get between these guys, so then... No, we'll probably leave... She does so little damage and it has so much deflection that's probably smarter for me to have her take on the small fries. Yeah. I'll have you go there, then hit him.
Dance of blades and shadows.
We get another attack point. That does attacking him count as hitting his weak point? Probably. 20 to 22 feels. I just don't understand when they have a diagonal rather than straightforward. I don't know what that means.
As the tenant's death is a blessing.
Okay. And we can hit you again. Yeah, it's only 12 to 15 now because you're angled at the wrong angle, which is fine, I suppose. I could have her jump, you know, here where she'll hit all of them. Pascal has a big area of effect attack, though, that I'm hoping I can use to hit a bunch of them. So I'm leery to move her into the middle of the group. But I could probably stand him here. He would hit them, not this guy. But also hit the... What's this creature called? Forgefiend? So maybe I jump her here. And that should be a safe location.
As on our old day, killing brings me no pleasure.
Then if I pulled back, should we get a free strike on this guy? Is that worth it? I don't know. I'm gonna do it anyway. 4 damage. Whatever, it's fine. Ow. Can you guys stop hurting Pascal? I do not appreciate. And I suspect neither does he. Alright, Argenta, what to do with you? I mean, we could use grenades. Lighting a bunch of enemies on fire is useful. Both to Ignatius as well as to Pascal's new ability that does additional damage. How much fire damage does it do? Burning 6. That's not crazy. What if we had you shoot? 11 to 18. So little. I mean, there's the possibility we'd go through and hit the servitor behind. Right, let's mark you as prey. That seems like a fair choice. And then both of the servitors.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Then we could instead attempt using bolter fire, but I'm guessing that does basically nothing. 3 to 9 each. It's not awful. It's not 11 to 18. Alright, yeah, take a shot at this guy. We did get a little damage on that servitor, which is fun. Then we could do claim the bounty. Get another free shot. Furious Recital is going to give us a bunch of momentum. I mean, it would give more if she was close by. Do I just go run and gun and take another shot?
I'll do it.
Maybe that. Run and gun. Take another one of these shots. Oh. Okay. So that's what they mean by him taking retaliations. It's not even retaliating against the people that attacked. Just people who happen to be too close. That's not good.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Yeah, this Forgefiend is a problem. It's only difficulty 5. I don't know about that. Alright, Abelard. What to do about you? I'm tempted to actually use this forced distraction on Pascal because they keep focusing on him and that's bad for him. I don't really want you to get attacked again, but I also need you to go in there and do damage.
Indeed.
We're gonna go Sworn Enemy. I think I need to do Endure.
It will be done.
And then I can charge and get a single attack in, or I can just move forward, do a reckless strike, and then just a normal attack. And that might be the right call. But then we're not doing forced distraction. No, I think we've got to go with Reckless Strike, doing more armor penetration and whatnot.
That's actually sound approach.
Okay. So this 31 to 41 is solid. If we use the hammer, 28 to 37. Nope, we're going to use your sword, of course.
At your beck and call.
Good parry. Good dodge. You still have an action, so you can still do forced distraction. I don't know where that action came from, but cool.
It will be done.
So you're going to be in a much better spot now. Pascal. Your big area attack. What's that shape? So it hits the square next to you as well as 2 forward. So there's no way for me to get all of these guys. Shame. I'm inclined to move you here. Yeah, let's move you here. Then have him do the strike, which will hit this fiend as well. Go there. What can we do to improve this attack? When I could do Machine Spirit Communion. Enemies suffer a penalty to dodge. It's something. We did analyze enemies on this. Then we'd use 2 AP on that strike. That's probably the call. We don't have any ongoing damage we want to expose there. Let's analyze enemies, and then if we use our brutal strike here, it will hit this guy. 37 to 41. Oh, Pascal, no. Unconscious. I recognized that he needed healing, but I was hoping that the penalties caused by Abelard's Vanguard ability would have helped him not take the hit. But there you go. Probably need to send Cabela over there to heal him, if we can. Character has lost consciousness. Their wounds have been reduced to 0. Character can no longer participate in combat, nor can they be resuscitated by any means. Oh, I guess we can't. They will regain consciousness after the battle and receive a trauma, which can be healed by resting on the ship or in certain other places suitable for rest. Yeah. Alright. So he's out of the fight until we get back to the ship. Well, he's out of the fight. Once we get back to the ship, he'll heal his trauma. Alright. You're on fire already. It's not a great fire. We could do better. Let's see. If I did this... Oh, no. No, no, no. Like, I like the idea of hitting it off of him, but... We did ignite here.
Nothing I can't do.
Okay, that did end up killing that one. Perfect. You're on fire now. Then we'll do a run and gun. Do another ignite on you so that you're getting hit with real ignite damage.
Nothing I can't do.
Not that piddly 8. 9. Oh, there. No, 22 there. So he's got 9 burning, 2 bleed, and 22 burning. Then we will have you... oh yeah, orchestrate flames. Make sure that stays on. Then we'll do inflame, where we'll take a tiny bit of damage, but both of them will take significant damage. That's what matters.
Nothing I can't do. Me was your biggest mistake.
High momentum. That would give us 2 more ignite attacks if we used it. Or we let it get to Castia's turn and she throws it over to us with even better results. One more attack each turn, including this one. So we could cast this again for free right now. I mean, I think he dies on his turn regardless. That is an absurd amount of bleed. Or not bleed, fire. 41 fire damage and 24 fire damage. Yikes. So I think we will just end our turn. Give it to Cassia. Let's move the front line to here now.
If you insist, Lord Captain.
Give it kill zone.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
I mean, arguably, I probably should have just had her use her vision. We put her... I don't know. Just want to find a spot where she's not going to hit Abelard or Cabela, but without getting too far forward herself. I don't really want to hit Pascal either in case he does actually take the hit. That'll work, though.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Did you kill it? Well done, Cassia. Well done indeed. Man's mutilated body is racked by wave after wave after wave of convulsions. Evil. That was evil incarnate. Evil. The corruption that watches us day and night. Suddenly, the man raises his head and looks you straight in the eye. You have banished the evil. You tried to warn me, but I was deaf. The ship, Kiava Gamma, it followed us from there. They're from Kiava Gamma. So is this similar to the problems that we were hearing were happening on Kiava Gamma? Well, that's worrying. Kiava Gamma, is that where your ship is from? Yes, the man whispers. This ship and the planet, the traitors among our brethren, tormenting the sacred mechanisms, letting corruption into their systems. They turned that which is holy into the unholy, and they set these new twisted machines on us. They're tech comrades. We managed to flee, but one of their monsters found its way onto the ship. A tear appears in the corner of his eye. He thrashes frantically in the mess of wires piercing his body. We fought, cut off one module after another. As one cuts away rotting flesh, but it followed. Its invisible influence, the corruption it exuded. It claimed us, one by one. The crew were merely humans of flesh and blood. They were so weak, they succumbed so easily. We could not save them from evil, and so we gave the ship to the darkness among the stars. But the darkness came for us too. In this last module, where we intended to make our last stand, then I sacrificed myself. I became a filter, a stopper against the corruption emanating from the machine. I succumbed. The corruption came for our souls. The corruption of Kiava Gamma, traitors. With the last of his effort, he rasps, the fabricator sensor. It all started with him. He was the one who let the taint into the sacred code. He was the one who doomed our brethren. He was the one who spawned the steel monstrosities in the furnace of our planet. Fabricator sensor. We'll have to keep that in mind. Rest in peace, you'll be avenged, or you've succumbed to chaos and paid for your weakness. I will be nicer about it. Rest in peace, you will be avenged. I was part of a great force that drives the universe. I do not fear the cold of death. A wheezing breath escapes the man's chest, then his eyes close. Hey Pascal, how are you feeling? Pretty terrible? Yeah. Alright, we've got a lore warp about this strange beastie we found.
I rise to the occasion.
The empty shell of a demon engine, it was this creation, a horrifying mix of real space technologies and the deranged powers of the warp that disrupted the ship's systems and twisted the tech priest's minds. Yeah, we have conviction of faith. What? How does that work? Guess I should have checked my character abilities as we were going, just to see, like, did I have it at the start of my turn, at the end of my turns, etc. Try and figure out more about how that works. Let's see. Diagnoster grants 15 Medicae. Not bad. And then Dimension Traveler Cloak for Heretical. Requires Heretical Votary. The wearer of this cloak gains a psychic power which allows them to sacrifice from 3 to 9 wounds to immediately teleport to any cell in a 4-cell radius. I mean, the teleportation's really cool, but it's super chaosy. You can even see a chaos symbol on the back of it. No. Cabela, do you have 2 items? You don't. Would you like this? Get your Medicae up to 75. Which is sadly not enough to remove traumas. Headhunter Light Carapace. Character wearing this armor will dodge... armor 30%, no dodge. Penalty. Yeah. Character wearing this will dodge 35%. Base armor property 5% dodge. So it just gives a bit of dodge. Doesn't seem that impressive. Probably not. Let's just put that in cargo. Anything else in this room? Let's make sure we wander around in case perception checks will reveal something.
Victory awaits.
Looks like no. Anything we missed according to the map? Doesn't look like it. So I think we're ready to head back to our ship. We have dealt with this heresy and learned more about Kiava Gamma. Let's go back to the bridge and see if Pascal is healed before we head back out. And see if he has anything to say after that. All of that. Alright, Pascal is usually hiding back here. There you are. Can we see what effects you have on you? He's got a lot of abilities. I don't see his trauma anymore. So I think it did go away upon us reaching the ship, which is good.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Strange messages have been appearing in the ship's log. What do you know about this error?
This statement is true. Algorithmic violations have been recorded, as a result of which I twice performed an offering to the cogitators of corrective data vows and ruled out the possibility of sabotage. I hypothesize that the violation is a consequence of the discontent of the ship's machine spirits. I recommend a procedure of placation of the honored spirits for the glory of the Omnissiah and the steel angels sent by him.
Okay. I must take my leave.
May your labors be effective and fruitful.
I guess that's that. Do we explore the rest of this system? If everything's quick and simple, then I think we've got the time. If we have to go down onto a planet, we're basically at the end of stream. So probably don't have time for that. But let's check each location and see if they're just planets to scan, then we're fine. Okay, we've got Adamantine and the Hermitage. Let's put down an Extractium. And explore the Hermitage. Small human dwelling stands on the barren, deserted planet. It's a deserted planet? It's a desert world? Or deserted? Don't know. Scouts report that an old hermit lives there, who spends his days in prayer to the Emperor. Ask the old hermit for a blessing. To the Lord Captain's surprise, the old hermit turned out to be a navigator. And when the old man discovered the noble status of his visitor, he willingly recounted his tale. He had retreated to this planet long ago, back when he was still in his youth, after he had realized that his mind would not withstand frequent forays into the Imperium, the realm of the archenemy. The hermit spoke with pride about how he had worshipped the Emperor each and every moment of his life, but when he mentioned the golden light of the Astronomicon, his voice quivered. When his guest left, he stared after them for a long time, his gaze filled with sadness. Okay. No resource. It's beautiful. There are ardent... Wow, that was fast. Was I supposed to be able to read that? Because that was not possible. So yeah, nothing to extract here on this burning world. There we go. It's beautiful. There are ardent views in the void, the likes of which I could never have imagined. A single vivid world bleeding flames, yet so much substance for my thoughts. Okay, we have provisions and a smuggler's cache. Okay, we can just grab the cache. It's crack grenade, frag grenade. 24 to 48 impact damage. 40% armor penetration. So is that just a really good frag grenade? Less range, so a lot more focused. But that does some crazy damage and armor penetration. And then more medikits. Cool. I guess... I don't know how quickly we're going to be able to get more extractiums, but I don't see a reason to leave stuff behind. I don't know what's of value at the moment. I mean, perhaps I should leave enough behind so that if we do find Promethium, we can cover that. Oh, and Xenotech. Vladimir Tokara has entered into a trade war with the competitor of the Cold Trade. Having lost several of his Xenotech procurers, he is in need of a powerful and influential supplier of the forbidden merchandise. He wants me to find and extract 2 Xenotech to give to him. Again, just for profit factor. Huh. Why are we still getting effects as if we are suffering perils of the warp? We definitely shouldn't be. Okay, we just have some supplies here. Object discovered, some plasma batteries. So is that a plasma batteries cargo that's full at 100%? I still haven't figured out what that means exactly. That's everything here. If we go to our cargo, go by name, is there a plasma batteries? My guess is no. No. So there's something... We found the plasma batteries, which filled something up to 100%, but I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. It's not sure exactly how those work, because I want to know what they mean by 100% of a trophy. Effects from near the maw or general bad space. I don't know. There's nothing I see that says this should be extra warpy, and I don't see any negative effects happening. Is that just reapplying our conviction of faith and it causes that, like, warp thing? And was it every time I changed menus? Let's go back to cargo and then leave it again. Yeah. Then we get that and conviction of faith gets reapplied twice. Do it again, leave. Yeah, I don't think that's doing what it's supposed to. I think conviction of faith is what we got because we ranked up in dogmatic, yes? One of the conviction branches ranks to rank 3 votary. It becomes the character's main focus. When that happens, the other 2 conviction branches cannot be raised above 2. I don't see where it says we got that. But I'm guessing it has to be for this. Huh. So Puritan is dogmatic. The other 2 are both considered radical. I didn't even see this slider at the top. Puritans follow the doctrines and laws of the Imperium to the letter, making compromises with xenos or using the weapons of the enemies of humanity as anathema to them. Anyone who suggests otherwise, they consider a heretic who deserves nothing but the severest punishment. Yeah, we're a bit not as 100% there, because I want to still be able to use the companions. Although if we get a straight up heretical companion, who knows what I'm going to do there. But I don't like turning away companions in CRPGs, or RPGs in general. But heresy is very obviously the opposite of dogmatic. I wonder if you were focusing on... I'm guessing not, but if you're focusing on one of these other options, do they show that one as the ideal you're here and the other 2 having their own focus? Or is it always Puritan versus radical? It probably is. Where did conviction of faith come from? Why does it not tell me? I don't know. Feels like it should have come from here. Anyway, that's the end of... Stop doing that. That's the end of this location. So... I guess next we move forward. Hello? There we are. Let's chart new routes. Alright, so we could get to here now. Oh, and we found a new route. No, we had that route before. That went from Furibundus up to Trinitas. So we could go there as a dangerous route. Spend 1 point to make it unsafe, or 2 points to make it safe. We are currently at 8, which is pretty good, I guess. Arguably, we could go back to Furibundus and see if that area has finally opened up. But my guess is not. Assess the situation. Is that the name of a quest? No. But probably... Yeah, I think something is going wrong with that effect. We kept seeing it while we were in the ship, which made sense to me. But it constantly popping up now feels wrong. I guess we are not quite to the end of the stream, just very close. Let's do an unsafe warp travel to Trinitas. I think unsafe is fine I don't need to spend the points to make every trip safe. But dangerous feels dangerous. Focus camera on the Daring Destiny flagship. What does that mean? Oh, it centers the map, so if I'm looking elsewhere and don't know how to get back to where I am. Okay, perfect. Let's warp travel here. Permission to report, Lord Captain. I keep receiving messages about strange behaviors in certain ship systems. All decks report the uncontrollable opening and closing of doors, gates, and airlocks. They behave erratically and do not obey the operator's commands. Regrettably, this has led to casualties among the crew. The tech priests have explained that these phenomena are being caused by the machine spirit's irascibility and have spent hours chanting litanies to soothe their anger. Unfortunately, many crew members were badly injured before the prayers could stabilize the systems. The High Factotum. High Factotum's voice rings with pride. Lord Captain, I've done as commanded. Everything has been prepared for your ritual for Mistress Cabela. A select few upper deck officers are ready to leave their post to attend this formal gathering and praise your lordship's name. We can begin at your convenience. I doubt the Cabela will enjoy this. Splendid, Danrock. Summon my illustrious officers. I've changed my mind. Cancel the gathering. Cabela has no need for such ceremonies. I think she would enjoy it. So I'm not going to cancel it. Let's do this. Splendid, Danrock. Summon my illustrious officers. It will be done. I shall signal the servants and notify the invited parties immediately. Let us demonstrate to Mistress Cabela just how strong our vessel's spirit of camaraderie truly is. Is it this one, this jump that we're going through right now, where all the doors are opening and closing randomly on this unsafe ship jump? Because, yeah. And we do have a rumor here. Thousands of refugees from Winterscale's realm arrived on footfall aboard the transport Nevitia, but found no refuge there and set out for the desert world of Foulstone. So presumably inside of here is a desert world called Foulstone. Well, for now, let's back to our ship. Do I need to talk to the High Factotum, or is it just going to immediately do the event with Cabela? Yes, they just fixed the doors. I'm just wondering if event order, at what point are we doing this? Because it has to happen. The ritual of us going through a jump has to happen when we're going through a jump, in my mind. So the fact it popped up saying he's ready as we're going through a jump, or I guess technically right after the jump. I don't know. Let's talk to him. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. How may I be of assistance? Nothing to say. Enough questions for now. I shall return later. And do we talk to Cabela to kick it off? Or are they pretending it just happened and there was no event to see? Stop cutting yourself. I don't know. Maybe on our next jump something will happen.
Dying one, shroud your footsteps from the faithless.
Not sure how to kick off that event. But I guess with that, we will end this stream. So I hope you all had fun, and next time we will jump into this system and see what it's about as we slowly make our way closer and closer to Janus to find out what's wrong with our agriculture world. See ya. Bye.